I'm sorry, I haven't been making a video for a while. Yeah, I've just been not really doing anything, but I got a short-term job, like which is gonna last for 3 days. So, well, at least it's something. I'll be working as a flow clerk, so just like for election, for school, I'll be like counting the vote and stuff like that. So at least I'll have some experiences, which would be good. But it's only 3 days, but it's better than nothing. So anyways, yeah, there was an article on New York Times, and they talk about how their executives of Exelon and the employees of Exelon have contributed at least $227,000 to Mr. Obama campaign for the United States Senate and for his presidency run. And he also talked about how during his campaign that he has passed a nuclear legislation, when in actual fact the legislation didn't pass, and actually he has weakened the legislation. First, in the original draft, it required requires that any nuclear leak be reported or something like that. But on the other draft, it says that it recommends reporting. So what I found was this article from New York Times was that there are a lot of talks from the campaign about how Obama doesn't take campaign money and he doesn't take lobbyist money and all that kind of stuff, and cooperation and stuff like that. But is there really a big difference between taking money from executives of a corporation and high-level employees in a corporation and taking money from a corporation? I mean, they all share the same interest, and I think it's a very sneaky way of saying you're against taking, cooperation money from corporations when you're doing it a back-around kind of way. I mean, obviously, executives and employees of the cooperation will look after for their interests, the interest of the corporation, not for the interest of the, for whatever. So that's what I wanted to talk about in terms of Obama. And I know there's a lot of problem with Hillary Clinton, but I honestly don't think there's a huge difference between the two people. So it all really comes down to, the talk, all comes down to campaign style. And I think Obama has said some things that are questionable, and he has, he has sold himself as kind of like someone for changes and someone for newness. But if you actually look at his past record, you can see some inconsistency that he has, done something that might not be completely clean. And apparently he also took a speech from the governor of Massachusetts and kind of took his style, rhetoric styles. And I find that kind of pathetic if you're going to campaign on, having a kind of being new and not the same old politics. I would think that you would be able to write from your own words and talk from your own words and not take someone else's style, or at least you should cite their sources. So I think it's kind of like a bit contradictory. He says that Hillary doesn't say anything to win, and I think he's the same. All politicians are power hungry and they say anything to get elected, and I think people should realize that. And in the end, I want to say my room is a mess. And I miss you guys, and I'm sorry I haven't been making a video, but hopefully I'll be able to get a job and, get right on with my life. And stop being obsessed about this whole primary thing. It's just making me so emotionally involved. I can't deal with it. But yes, I do want Clinton to win. because I think a woman president is a good thing.